Alright, Shalom Akim. Before I get started with the lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Harakah Kodash, and of course, as always, double honors to our apostles and our elders that rule well at Great Millstone, and also salutations to all you sincere Akim, preaching this word in all truth and in sincerity. So, I did a video earlier this week, and it was dealing with famine. Now, let me just check real quick. Yeah, it was 2 days ago. It was called lockdowns and famines already taking place. Now, you got right here in California, you know, the import and export, the docks where we get where we receive our, merchandise. Okay, LA, San Francisco, I believe San Diego has one, where we receive all these imports. These cargo ships come in and they drop off, cargo crates with different, different resources, food, clothes, medicine. Well, they're not letting anybody unload these docks, unload these cargo ships. So all that merchandise is just sitting in the ocean. And that is going to cause, economic difficulty, and also, famine. Okay, famine of, food, famine of medicine. And what I had mentioned in that video, which is super spiritual because Dabu 7 brings it out in this video right here. Well, what I had said was, pretty soon these supermarkets and these places you go are going to give you, or I should say, are not going to allow you to buy as much as you want. Okay? You're going to have limits. You might have a limit on 1 case of water per day, or 1 case of water per week. Okay? A couple pounds of food per day or per week. Alright. Now in this video, Dabu 7, he brings it out. So I'm going to play Dabu's video, and then I'm going to get a scripture. It's not going to be long at all. I know I always say that, but I'm going to stick to it this time. Lord willing.
This is Dabu 7. It has begun in terms of the limiting on certain items here in the United States, and this is something that people should pay very close attention to. I have been repeatedly telling you week after week that the records are getting shattered at the ports on the West Coast. Items are being left sitting out there in the water on the docks by design. We are getting choked off right in front of your face by the regime controlling things. Now, we have companies here in this country saying that they're limiting people buying certain items. You're talking your toilet papers, waters, other key items that people are going to need. And there was no big announcement, like the beginning of this whole thing back in 2020 when it went into motion. It's just people, all in all, starting to see that we're heading into winter and wanting to get those supplies, and they're seeing that the supplies are now thin. Now that there's some chaos starting to kick up, the companies are now limiting the items. So, I don't know what to say when we've been screaming to get ready for all this time. All the people that are going to go out there and find empty shelves. Hey, we told you over and over and over again to get your stuff in order. So now, it's going to be a mad dash to see if certain supplies can be found by people. Now, that's just in talking about supplies. They're telling people in the UK and in the US to stop panic buying, but that's not going to stop everybody from panic buying. Not when they turn around and see that the meat prices are going through the roof. They're going to remain there. The beef down 7.7% from last year. Poultry down 20%. Pork down 34% from last year. And do not forget that the biggest, if not the biggest, pork production places in the United States is controlled by China. So, I'm going to break this down further and what this means. This is not good. Better alert your friends and family to start making moves ASAP and start getting stocked up for this winter ASAP. And they're already telegraphing once again those words that Biden was using. Dark winter. Going to break this down further on the next live stream. Make sure to join me online tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, only on DLive.
You see, and we've been telling you about this, all right? We've been warning you of famines, okay? Because that's a judgment of the Lord. All right. Before I get that, let me look one up real quick. I haven't used the scripture in a while, so I'm going to have to search for it. This is Jeremiah 15:1. Then said Yahweh Bashem Yahushai unto me, Though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight, and let them go forth. You see, although the prophets, the Lord dealt with the prophets, okay, dealt with certain Israelites, but as a whole, the Lord couldn't deal with all Israel, because the majority of Israel are wicked. Okay, the majority of you Israelites out there are a rebellious, sinful, and wicked nation. Alright, you don't want to choose the Lord. You know, we're out there every week. We've been out there every week, going on 8 years. Our apostles been going on out there on the highways and byways, okay, more than 30 years. And we just see millions, hundreds of thousands of Israelites that scoff or that reject the word of the Lord. This is verse 2. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto me. So when the time comes, when judgment starts coming, and they say unto you, Whither shall we go forth? What should we do? What should we do? Where should we go? Then shalt thou tell them, Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. This is your will. Okay? You want to know what you should do? Okay, this is what the Lord wants you to do. This is what the Lord has prescribed you for your rebellion. It says, Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and to destroy. Because if you're not taking heed to this word now, that's all there's left for you. That's all there's left for you. Okay, it's to die of famine, to die by different plagues, death. It's going to be some final destination shit. It's going to be earthquakes, okay, plagues, pestilences. It's going to be troops out here which is a sword. Okay. And wild, starving animals. Now, of course, the reason why I'm bringing out this scripture is because many shall perish of famine. Okay. That famine is coming. It's coming close. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, and let's see. Verse 6 and 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. See, so the places where you see, business being conducted, where you see livestock and you see, agriculture, all those places that you see that at one point had something are going to appear to have nothing, because the Lord is coming to judge. Okay, the first thing to go is going to be these animals, all the fields that have food, all the stores. It says the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. So all these stores, they are going to be empty, man. It's not going to be no food in these stores. You seen the video, the thumbnail of Dabu's video showed a grocery store with nothing on the shelf. Okay. And it's all going to be by design. The elite want Ordo ab Chao here in Babylon. Alright. So yeah, for those of you that haven't been taking heed, alright, you're going to die a most horrible death. And for those of you that are taking heed, may Yahweh Bashem Yahushua be with you, and your families, feed you, sustain you, because that's what he promised us. So with that, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Arakakodash. And of course, as always, double honors to our apostles and elders. Never well a great millstone, and salutations to the elect.